Guys, good morning. This is Captain E3A with another aircraft review. Now, this airline right here, from its primary hub in Incheon in Seoul, South Korea, was first known as Korean International, later becoming Korean Air, when it was first formed in 1955. Now, I'll show you the aircraft right now. Korean Airlines, Boeing 747-4H5. This is in the 1/250th scale by skymarks. Korean Air flies numerous destinations throughout Asia and throughout Europe. That includes Paris Charles de Gaulle, London Heathrow, Frankfurt Germany, and London Stansted Airport, and that's only cargo. Korean Air flies both the 747-8 Intercontinental and the 747F Freighter for Korean Air cargo. Destinations here in the States that includes Atlanta, Hartsfield, Jackson, and Atlanta, Georgia, Washington, Dulles, New York John F. Kennedy International Airport, Chicago O'Hare, Los Angeles International Airport, and San Francisco International Airport. I got this aircraft in 2009 as a Christmas present, and now I'm going to give you a tour of the aircraft, starting with the PO tubes and the stack ports and the cockpit window and windshield wipers. Korean Air is a member of SkyTeam, one of 20 airlines that includes Delta, Aeroflot, Aer Lingus, KLM, and Air France. Just to name a couple of heavy hitters, that includes Kenyan Airways. Now, take along the side of the aircraft and the L1 door and the Korean Air titles, the 4 Pratt & Whitney CF6 turbofan engines. Bring along the leading edges of the wings down towards the tail section of the aircraft. Now, 777 Diehard Forever said in his video, I don't remember what he called it, but this symbol right here is yin and yang. If you look it up in the dictionary, you'll find what yin and yang means. And with the Korean flag, since Korean Air is a flag carrier of Korea. Besides Asia, the APU, the horizontal stabilizers, I'm going to bring alongside the port and starboard side of the aircraft. The Korean Air logo and the Korean Air flag come along the tail section of the aircraft up towards the wings and up towards the starboard side of the aircraft, and that's it. Korean Air, they had a number of incidents throughout their entire history. And one history would be during the Cold War. Korean Air Flight 007 from New York JFK to Seoul, South Korea, was shot down by a Sukhoi Su-15 near the Sakhalin Islands. Everyone on board had perished. The aircraft then exploded in flight when it crashed into the South China Sea. And the other incident that happened was at London Stansted Airport as a Korean Air Cargo 747 was on its way to Rome when it crashed on Christmas Eve of that year. And there were just 4 fatalities on board, and the other was on Nimitz Hill in Guam in 1998 as a Korean Air 747 was about to land at Guam's international airport when it crashed into Nimitz Hill. There were about 462 passengers on board. Of the total, about 135 died out of the 400 passengers on board that flight that crashed into Nimitz Hill, and that was in 1997. So, give you a little background history on Korean Air. Korean Air has a more better policy for its pilots. So, they don't hire pilots from the military. They hire pilots right from the civilian pool to fly their aircraft. So now, that's it for this video. And I would just like to say thank you very much for watching this video. And like always, like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, guys, I'll see you around.